Good morning and welcome to Coffee and, the longest-running panel discussion show in American radio. To make a comment or ask a question to the panel, call 401-766-1240 or email coffee@woonsockеtradio.com. And now, let's join the Coffee and panel.
Good morning. Time for Coffee and right here on WOON AM and FM. Thanks for joining us on MLK Day, Monday, January the 19th. And we got a lot of snow is what we got out there. So it's all over the place, if you haven't noticed. But the people that were going to be here on Coffee In all said they were going to be here, and we're all here. We all drove in except for Dave, who came down a flight of stairs. But anyway, it is nice for everybody to be here.
Just like the president does. He doesn't have to worry about a snow day.
That's right. That's Dave Richards over there. Good morning, Dave.
Good morning, Joe. Good morning, everybody. A lovely day.
And Melissa Murray's here. Hi, Melissa.
Good morning.
All right. And we're being joined by Scott Gibbs, the town administrator from North Smithfield.
In Poison.
Good morning.
And Scott told us ahead of time that the parking ban in North Smithfield has now ended.
Oh, good.
At 8 in the morning.
8 in the morning.
If you're listening live, 8 in the morning, it has been lifted in North Smithfield. So is that everybody, or has Barberville got one more hour, Dave? What was the...
Barberville's got 2 more hours.
2 more hours. Until 10 o'clock. But when Socket is done, and Cumberland is done, and Lincoln is done. So, good. Mm-hmm. All right, so we're all set. We hope everybody made it through the storm okay. Good thing there was no school today, because buses out there would have been rough.
Yeah.
Rough going. So things went well that way. So, all right. So, and of course the great news is that the Patriots won. That's all that really matters. is that the Patriots won?
It was ugly, but they won.
A win's a win is a win, exactly. And that's all that really matters. And I want to. How do I put this nicely? To all the so-called experts at ESPN, they all 5 of them picked the Houston to win.
Did they?
Yes, they did. Experts.
What a shame for them.
Yes, they all got it wrong. So very good. And did you watch the game, Scott?
I watched parts of it.
Okay.
Yeah.
And I was talking with some people as the game was going on, and we all agreed the quarterback for Houston, he looks scared. He's scared, and he has no confidence out there.
He had a rough day.
And it's like, wow, he's just. Everyone say how great he was, and it's like he looks like he's running scared.
We all have rough days.
And he had a rough day yesterday.
Yeah.
So, and it happened. He got 4 interceptions or 4 turnovers. So wow. So we're moving on.
Of course, Drake May fumbled twice.
4
times.
That's true.
Lost 2.
Yeah, that's like. But the ball was slippery. It was raining and snowing yesterday.
Come on,
so
you're a quarterback in New England.
We'll see what happens when they move on to Denver. They could have the exact same conditions.
Doesn't make it any less slippery.
Coming out next Sunday.
Backup quarterback.
Used to play for the Patriots too. He was our backup here.
Yep.
And this will be his 5th game that he's started.
Don't
That's
know.
it. I think it's only his 5th. It's the first time that he'll be starting a playoff game. And but it is too bad. I felt bad for Denver, who won in overtime, and then he had broke his ankle on the second to last play.
I wouldn't wish that on anybody.
Well, no.
I never felt bad for Denver.
That's true. But I looked at the play, and I'm like, I don't see him breaking his ankle.
Well, they were interviewing him at the end of the game.
At the end of the game,
and
he walked off the field. I'm like, okay, what do you mean he broke his ankle? But he's, according to their coach, he's having, Bo Nix is having a surgery tomorrow. Can't have it today. It's holiday.
That's bad.
And so he's just done for the rest of the year. Okay, moving on.
It's part of life's rich bounty of baloney.
Yeah.
Don't you think?
So there we go. So it's Denver and the Patriots and L.A. Rams and Seattle to see who goes on to the Super Bowl. So
Not that
Yes.
I don't see the Patriots going much further. I was ready for disappointment yesterday.
well, they'll be ready for disappointment next week too.
I will be ready for disappointment next
Always
week.
set your expectations low. You know, you'd be surprised positively.
And then you're never disappointed,
Wow,
are you?
Typical New England sports fans. Wow.
Now, but stop and consider it now. This is a chance for fairy tales, isn't it? Because you've got now some adversity on the Denver team. They've lost a key player. A young person's going to step up. Got plenty of time to practice. Plenty of time to be coached.
Well, he's been coached all year, so
Yeah. So, what's the likelihood that Cinderella story could happen? That he could come up and shine and bring it home for the team. So
But
there
I'm
you
sure,
go.
I'm
Although
sure
arguably the Patriots are a Cinderella story too.
Well, they certainly are.
yes.
Yeah.
But they're already I'm sure they're already getting ready for their excuses out in Denver when they lose. Oh, well, you beat our backup quarterback. If we had our guy, we would have.
Typical New England fan there.
Yeah.
All right, moving on from that.
Please.
We asked Scott to come in, and because
He didn't come all the way in from North Smithfield in the
nothing.
snow just to
Talk
talk about
Patriots.
sports.
unless you want to talk Patriots.
All mile.
All the mile, 1
1.5
mile.
miles.
No, but there's a big story in this week's Valley Breeze
Yeah.
about new police station.
Yes.
In North Smithfield, and we asked Scott wanted to come in and talk about that because it's a bond vote that's coming up.
Correct, on February 3rd.
Okay, and now these have come up before in North Smithfield.
Once before.
and they keeps getting shot down.
Well,
What are the odds?
Well, they repaired it.
Yeah.
They repaired
Well,
the building.
There was a municipal building bond that was passed in, I think it was 2016 or something like that, and that was to be used for the old Kendall Dean School, for the town hall, and the police station, and Memorial Down Hall, which it was a $5 million bond. There was obviously
That's it.
nowhere near enough money to do.
No, right, on
Well,
old buildings like that, that's a drop in the bucket.
Yeah.
So the bottom line is the only real bond that was rejected really had to do with when they came to the voters a few years ago for a $19 million bond, $18 million bond, excuse me, to build a new police facility behind the existing one. So that was rejected.
and that failed. Okay.
It did fail, although the town's been not dancing. The people have been attempting to solve this problem for 10 years now. And in 10 years, there are a couple things that are still certain. One is it's going to be more expensive the more you wait, and two is that the problem's not going to go away. It's only going to get worse, and both are true. But the town council heard what the voters said when they rejected the $18 million bond, so they came up with a approach to rehabilitate the existing building for half the price, $9 million. And this is a complete restoration of the police station. It's not-
Like gut it and start over.
well, they're actually going to have to phase it to allow the police department to continue to operate.
Oh, that was going to be my next
That's
question.
correct.
Yeah.
But in the end, it's not going to be a Taj Mahal, but it's going to be a very functional police station that meets all the requirements of a modern-day police operation.
Okay.
So
Why does it need it?
it needs the construction would begin in April, and will be completed in summer of 2027. There's a lot of the typical cast of characters who sit behind their keyboards
And say no,
or
no,
go
no,
on
no.
shows to basically spread misinformation
Okay.
or spread conspiracy theories. The fact of the matter is,
But Joe loves conspiracy
Love a
theories.
conspiracy theory.
the fact of the matter is that this facility is an embarrassment to the town. Anybody who would go through that facility who had an open mind will be absolutely embarrassed to go through there. And in fact, the chief of police has been open to take anybody through that facility.
He'll walk you through it. Yeah.
We have we're going to have to put in all new plumbing systems. We have 4 different electrical sub panels, only one of which is actually supported by the backup generator. So our critical operations, if the town went down in power, we could basically keep the lights on in the police station. We have asbestos tiles on the floor that are going to have to
Yikes.
be encapsulated. We have single pane windows that leak like a sieve. Quite frankly, not only does the building not meet building codes, but I would never want anybody that I cared about to work in that facility. I just wouldn't. This is not a luxury. This is a necessity for our town, and I want the positive people who understand the value of investing in our community to come out and support this, because we can't continue to allow the negativity pull us down. There's some people who think the town should have no debt. Those are people who don't understand municipal finance. This in 2027, in fiscal year 2027, starting July 1 of 27 or 26 through June 30 of 27. That's the new upcoming fiscal year. We are retiring a significant amount of debt. Our debt costs are going to go down by over $1.1 million. So the cost to fund an $8 or $9 million bond is going to be far less. So we're not adding to the overall debt carry cost of the town, But when you come in to see a town, if they had no debt on their balance sheet, that's a town that's not investing in itself. We have roads that have to be improved. We have schools. We have police stations. We have fire departments. It goes on and on and on. We have to be prudent, fiscally prudent, and responsible. This is a highly fiscally prudent and responsible investment, and quite frankly, it's perfectly timed because the town's cost to borrow funds is about 4.125%. I will guarantee you that's going to go up very shortly because the current federal government is flooding the market with money to keep the economy afloat, and the recessionary pressures are going to come back. And when they come back, the cost of borrowing are going to go up. It's just the facts of life. Now is the time to do what's right so that we can have a police station that we're all really, really proud about.
You must talk to the police chief about this often, but does the chief come back to you and say, is there a morale problem dealing with the police officers that are working in such lousy conditions?
There is a morale problem. Over the last 18 months, we lost 6 officers.
Okay.
And the exit interviews of those 6 officers were there were 2 reasons why they were leaving. One was that the pay scale, that once you're past the first 5 years, they could move to other communities like Lincoln and make significantly more money.
Okay.
2, it was the building.
Yeah.
The building is just not a good work situation. Those were the 2 issues. Luckily, we've been able to replace those officers. We've brought in some new young officers that I'm really excited about. But the problem's still there. And
Yes, it's going to transfer to just other officers.
because after a while, you're going to start looking in the mirror and saying, yeah, I don't like this.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's not good for a community to lose its police officers. It's just not. But we've been losing them, and we're going to continue to lose. Now, luckily, when we negotiated a new police contract, we dealt with the cost differentials with comparable communities with one-time increases. So I think we've addressed that issue. Now we need to address this issue.
Okay. There's a picture of the chief on the front page of this week's Valley Breeze using an actual key.
Yeah.
That has to open up the cells. No,
hilarious.
it's not electronic at all.
No.
over
A
there in
skeleton
those
key.
places. It's
Yeah.
almost like a skeleton key. Yeah.
Those, and it's this big.
It's like 6 inches, 8 inches long.
The cells in the police department were actually the cells that were in the old Memorial Town Hall. Now, we've never had a police facility in this town.
Right.
Never.
No.
They've always operated other uses, other schools
buildings.
and stuff that they weren't really
You
designed
remember
for.
when it was in the basement of what is now Historic Town
The
Hall.
Memorial Town Hall, that's correct.
It was just you walking along the basement to the left-hand side and walk in the door. There's a little itty-bitty closet, then there's a desk, and then the rest of the cellar is kind of like police headquarters.
What people don't understand is there are accreditation requirements that the police department has. One of those accreditation requirements is how do you process prisoners? For example, you can't put youth and women in the same holding area as you put men. You're not allowed to do that. So people say, well, why do we need so many, cells? Well, it's because you can't keep them together.
You gotta separate
for
them, yeah.
very, very good reason. We don't have a lot of cells, and we don't really. It's funny. You go down there, and all you can think about is Andy of May.
That's exactly what I was thinking.
I was
Yeah.
thinking that as well when I
Yeah.
saw the picture.
But you know what? Their cells are 10 times better than ours are. I'm telling you right now. I mean,
Well, those cells are dangerous. Also, like if you can't leave anybody alone,
No.
that something can happen. They could hang themselves. They could hurt themselves.
dangerous.
It's so
they're
dangerous.
dirty. They're inhuman. And so the accreditation looks at these things, how you process people through. There's this whole thing about Sally ports. They think this is a luxury. It's not a luxury. It's part of what police departments do. You don't want to be taking a prisoner out of a car in an open parking lot and bring him into the building. You bring him into an enclosed, safe, secure area, which is better for the surrounding community, and you process them. It's just fundamental stuff. We have a parking lot that's falling apart, and the roof drains drain onto the parking lot. So guess what you get in winter?
Ice.
You get ice.
Like today.
You can go on and you go on and you go on. If you are sitting on the edge on this thing, please call me or call the police chief Lafferty and say, can I get a tour of your building? He will drop everything to walk you through that building. And when you walk out, if you don't sit there shaking your head, and you don't change your mind, like one person hasn't online, then you're just not open-minded. You've got to be open-minded here.
Now, Scott, if would it be appropriate? I'm not trying to inflame anything or exaggerate, but would it be appropriate that if somebody actually built the police station the way it is right now, with the accommodations that it has right now, would it pass a building inspection if it were, say, a company that was trying to open up that building to the public, or for even for its present use?
If you had a private use that went into that building today,
Right.
my building official would not give you a building permit.
You wouldn't have an occupancy permit.
No.
You couldn't work.
It doesn't meet basic requirements.
So
You
so the only reason that you're still using it is because, well, you know somebody,
And it's town government.
You're holding it open.
It's like town governance. Our government is not subject to OSHA.
Oh, yeah,
Okay.
I see. Yeah,
A lot of companies couldn't operate the way our town government does because they have to comply with OSHA. Town government's got an exemption.
I see.
So it is what it is. I mean, the old Memorial Town Hall didn't meet building code.
Well, no, the ADA.
Yeah.
You're right.
I mean, the new town hall at the old Kendall Dean School is very nice.
Yeah.
Is it?
It is nice.
Sexy and not? No.
No.
But I work out of there. I'm very happy there, and people that work there are very happy there. That's what we're going to get here.
Yeah.
It's the same thing. Nothing super sexy, but it's going to be a good, functional police department. And regardless of what you may think about the police department or individual police officers, that's irrelevant. What's relevant is what we need to do as a responsible town government. And the town councils work very, very hard to come up with a solution that's more fiscally responsible. So the bond referendum on February 3rd gives the town council the authority to borrow up to $9 million.
Right.
On the 22nd, the town
Which is
council...
still a drop in the bucket for all
Yeah.
buildings.
It
The
really is.
The 22nd, we're going to have a town council meeting, special meeting, just on the police department. The contractor's coming back to give an update to what's called the guaranteed maximum price.
Right.
In that meeting, the town council is going to make a decision regarding the final, what we call the capital stack on this project. How are you going to fund it?
Right.
We have $1 million sitting in grant funds, in unspent municipal building
That would
funds.
qualify to pay for this?
$1 million. We can use that to apply to it. We have $500,000 that's currently just been approved by both the House and the Senate. It's going to the Oval Office for signature. That $500,000, if we get that, comes off our bill. So that's $1.5 million right now. So we go from $9 to $7.5 million. And then
So what you're actually borrowing is less than the 9.
it could be, and that's what the town council has to make a decision on.
Right.
And on top of that, we're negotiating the monopole that's at the police station.
Yeah, right.
That's owned by Crown Castle. We haven't gotten any money out of that because the town, in its infinite wisdom, years ago, just took a one-time payment of $125,000.
Yeah. Don't feel bad. A lot of radio stations did that back in the day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We-
and many of them are regretting it
We're
these
going to
days.
probably get from that lease $50,000 a year, accelerated by 3%, and that, if the town council so chose, could earmark that for the police station. So we can. The $9 million not to exceed is exactly what that is. $9 million not to exceed. The town council, and I can tell you something. I've worked with them for a year. They're extremely fiscally conservative.
Yeah.
If they can,
A lot of Yankee thrift going on there, huh?
they're not really Yankees, but there's a lot of thrift. But
I don't mean the baseball club.
Yeah, well, God help us. But they want to claw that back as much as they can.
Yeah, of course
You
they
know,
do.
but we don't do this and say, well, set a bar low. That's all we're going to borrow. And then not have enough money to do the project. It could be like the
Yeah.
city of Warwick
Yeah.
that has to go for a second bond now because they have enough money to finish 2 schools.
Yeah.
It's like, you don't do stuff like that.
No.
That's just not good business. So, I'm hoping we got to solve this problem.
Now,
Hold on there, Dave.
Yeah.
Keep that thought in mind. We got to take a break.
Thank
We're
you.
running a little late here. But more Coffee and coming up. Comments and questions can be called in at 766-1240.
OM 1240.
The difference between acceptable
And exceptional is attention to detail. That's their motto at Pit Stop Automotive, 230 Pulaski Boulevard, Bellingham. Mike at Pit Stop Automotive specializes in classic cars, hot rods, race cars, truck accessories, plus general auto repair. Going on now at Pit Stop Automotive, you can take $15 off an oil change. Be sure to ask for it. Pit Stop Automotive, 230 Pulaski Boulevard, Bellingham. Look for them on Facebook.
You know, just because Christmas is over doesn't mean you can't find a treasure at Timeless Antiques and Collectibles on Main Street in Woonsocket. Inside the 3,000 square foot store, you could possibly browse for hours as you gaze upon all the items and you still only see half of them. Vinyl albums, sports cars, guitars, jewelry, figurines are just a small sample of what you'd find at Timeless Antiques and Collectibles. Stop in and find out for yourself at Timeless Antiques and Collectibles, 91 Main Street in Woonsocket. Find them on Facebook.
The Coffee and Panel is enjoying coffee from Down East Coffee Roasters. All their coffee is roasted right here in Rhode Island. Down East Coffee Roasters is available at all Little General stores.
We're local and live at 99.5 FM, ON AM and FM.
All right, it is Coffee In here on ON AM and FM. Thanks for joining us on this Monday morning. It's MLK Day. Joe Callahan here, all along with Dave Richards, Melissa Murray, and Town Administrator from North Smithfield. Scott Gibbs is with us, talking about the special election coming up on February 3rd. Is it only one question?
Only one question.
It's just this whole thing on a police station, and that is it.
And there's some out there who say, well, why are you rushing? Why are you rushing? We're rushing because
You've been trying to do it for 10 years.
Yeah, you've been trying to do this for 10 years, really. And plus, the deterioration continues. We spent like $750,000 out of the old municipal building bond because the Rhode Island Interlocal Trust effectively said, if you don't do the following things, we're not going to insure the property. Mm-hmm. That's going to cost us a lot of money. Mm-hmm. If our police department lost its accreditation, the Rhode Island Interlocal Trust is going to raise our rates. This is just bad business. Mm-hmm. This is just, it's like, I use as the analogy roads. Okay, you know a road needs to be repaved, but you don't want to spend the money. So you basically push it off to the next year, then push it off the year after that. Guess what?
Road keeps getting worse.
All of a sudden, the road no longer needs to be repaved. It needs to be reconstructed.
Yeah.
And the cost to reconstruct a road versus repaving is astronomical. Penny wise and a pound foolish.
Yeah.
This problem is not going away. It's only going to get worse and worse.
Are the naysayers, Scott, are they just saying, oh, we don't need to spend the money, or we don't want to spend the money? Is that the only thing it comes down to?
These are the same people who said they didn't want the middle school. They're the same people that said we don't want to spend money to run senior programs at Scouters Hall, which has been incredibly successful.
Okay.
Yeah, it has.
Yeah, we don't want to spend. We don't think we should be having public parking at the athletic facilities free. These are people who constantly say no. Mm-hmm. And no doesn't work.
Yeah.
It erodes the town's quality of life.
Yeah, you have to move forward, and you have to. This is a public safety issue, not just for the officers, but for everyone. You know, that whole that old adage, like, put your own oxygen mask on first before helping others. Like, you want them to keep us safe. But they are, I mean, I've been in that building. When I was in that building, I think when I turned some signatures
You weren't a resident, were you?
Nope. When I turned some signatures in that building, oh gosh, it was like years ago. And then, a decade ago, back then it was bad. To see the photos, the walls are literally crumbling. The paint is chipping off. There is plastic. Right? Like, you would not live here. You wouldn't want anybody to live here. And so, I mean, this is not like Chicken Little, the sky is falling. Like, this is a real, this is a real deal issue, and it's urgent. And I am taking a public position on this. I do represent part of the town of North Smithfield, but public safety is paramount, and this really needs to happen. And early voting has already begun, correct?
Yes, it has. It began this past week.
Yep.
is voting going to take place in a central area?
We have, I think, 2 voting areas. Town Hall is one.
So this is what I can share the knowledge that I know, that early voting is underway right now. Obviously, it's a holiday today, but typically it's 8 a.m. to 4 p.m.
Right.
Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and 8 a.m. to 7 p.m. on Thursday, which is very convenient, and then 8 a.m. through noon on Friday, and that is the North Smithfield Town Hall on Green Street.
Okay.
The one exception is today, which is MLK Day. And then, of course, the official voting day is February 3rd. Voting hours is 7 a.m. to 8 p.m. at Town Hall. I don't know if there's a second location, but this is the information that I have. But I posted this on my Senate page just to make sure that everybody knows. But I'll go ahead and do a repost. And I also linked an article that was shared by the Smithfield Police Department that actually shows these photos. I would implore you to go and look at these photos, please, because you're going to be like, wow, how can this not come to fruition?
And on behalf of my administration, I want to thank you for coming out supporting this. Not everybody wants to get involved because it's a quote-unquote local issue. I don't understand the logic behind that.
Yeah, I don't know either. If this were Woonsocket, I'd be doing the same thing, right? But this is important. This is infrastructure. You don't invest in it. That's where your tax dollars are supposed to go.
Yeah.
When you pay your taxes, you expect certain things. When you call 911, that somebody's going to come and help you. Like, this is all part of that. And if your tax dollars aren't going to go towards infrastructure and making the town safer and roads, and then I don't know where you think they should go.
Does 911 for North Smithfield work out of the same building? Or do the calls go someplace else?
Well, we have a dispatcher, then we have a under fire rescue. They have theirs as well.
Okay.
To be honest with you, I wish I knew more about the 911 service, if that's centralized or if there's. I don't know how that technology
is centralized.
We in the city, we have like a command center
Right.
where everything is centralized, which is something that I supported also. Not just the cost savings, but it just makes sense.
Yeah.
So maybe that can be next.
Well, part of the project is also to do a big investment in the communication systems,
Technology.
The technology.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
what the federal grant's for.
Yeah.
We got the federal grant was knocked out under the previous continuing resolution. They eliminated all the earmarks. I resubmitted this time to Congressman Amo, and it passed the House and the Joint Committee with the Senate.
Wonderful.
So it's now in the White House for approval. Hopefully the administration doesn't nix it because of the sanctuary city threats that are being made against all states that are being sanctuary states. But if we get this money, that comes off our bill. So that's really huge.
But you're trying, so that's good.
And we always try. We always, we try as a town to get as much money as we can from both state and federal. The problem that we have as a community is that we are not a fiscally distressed community. We are not a community that has severe demographic constraints like Woonsocket.
Right.
And a lot of the programs, are focused on that, and I understand that. But we still try really, really hard to get as much money as we can because we're a very small community, 12,500 people. It's hard to fund these kinds of things and yet remain fiscally responsible taxpayers.
All right. So the wording on the vote on February 3rd, if you want to approve it, you would hit yes.
Yes.
It's not worded backwards for any reason. So okay. So all right. So it's just February 3rd. All North Smithfield residents are urged to come out and vote. It's a $9 million bond to
Up to
$9 million. That's important to refurbish basically the police station in North Smithfield. I think it's a good cause.
As a town administrator, I really ask the positive people for the community to come
Put the
out.
politics
and support
aside
it.
and think of your kids and the.
This is not about
And
politics.
in the future of
It's not about whether you like me or you like the town council or you like the police department. This is about doing the right thing.
I like the idea for North Smithfield residents. If you're on the fence, go to the police station and ask for a tour.
Just call
And
call the
and
police
they'll tell you
department
what's
Yes, don't
needed.
just walk right in. You
Well,
call it.
or call my office, and I will immediately
Let's set up a time.
get Chief Lafferty, because he is completely open to take any and everybody through the police station so that they can see and be more informed about what we're talking about here.
Right. Very good. All right, Scott Gibbs, thanks for coming in.
Thank you.
And best of luck on February 3rd with this,
Thank you. I
with this bond
appreciate that.
issue.
Have
All
a
right.
great day.
More Coffee In is coming your way. Time for the forecast, being brought to you by Mattress Warehouse of Providence.
Snow wrapping up and tapering off as snow showers for the next few hours. Cloudy skies with a high of 35 today. Winds could gust up to 20 miles per hour. New snow accumulation of less than a half an inch is possible. Tonight, partly cloudy skies, overnight low of 16 degrees with a breeze from the southwest. Tuesday's weather mostly sunny and 23. Wednesday, a mostly sunny sky with a high of 32. Wednesday night, there's a little chance of some snow after midnight, mostly cloudy skies down to 24. Thursday, partly sunny and 40. Friday, mostly sunny and 26. Saturday, mostly sunny and high near 15 degrees for the whole day Saturday. Saturday night, a possibility of some light snow, mostly cloudy. An overnight low of -1 Saturday night, and on Sunday, a 30% chance of some snow, partly sunny skies with a high near 16.
Currently outside the Navigant Credit Union broadcast studio at the corner of Park Ave and Kennedy Street, we still have some light snow coming down with the clouds and a temperature reading of 30 degrees. Save up to $750 on the brands you love with buy one, get one free Kingsdown mattresses plus 0% financing, free next day delivery, and their 1-year lowest price guarantee. Mattress Warehouse. Sleep better tonight. Hey, Woonsocket, guess who's back in business? Trudeau's Auto Repair on Cass Avenue is officially reopened under brand new local ownership. Fabricio and Kristen invite you back to Trudeau's Auto Repair. With more than 20-plus years of automotive experience, the new owners have been a longtime customer of Trudeau's, and they're committed to continuing the honesty, trust, and care Trudeau's has always been known for. Tune-ups, diagnostics, oil changes, and general automotive repair, plus Rhode Island State inspections can all be done at Trudeau's Auto Repair, 654 Cass Avenue, Woonsocket. Follow them on Facebook.
Don't get caught out in the cold this winter. Inferno Audio offers top-tier remote car starters. Heat up your ride from inside your cozy home. No more freezing your fingers, scraping ice off your windshield. And when you need a new key for your vehicle, before heading to the dealer, stop in to see Keith at Inferno Audio, Clinton Street, Woonsocket, for a less expensive option. Be sure to visit infernoaudio.com.
Okay, Coffee In here on ON AM and FM. Thanks for joining us this morning. I'm Joe Callahan. Dave Richards is here. Melissa,
I am?
there he is. There Dave right over there. Melissa's here, and we're being joined by Renee Shambroni, and we'll talk to Renee in just a second here. She's running for Mardi Gras Queen, but we're going to do our Milk Fun calendar raffle.
Okay.
2 drawings today. So the first one that Dave is pulling out right now, this is for a $100 boys specialty basket. So what do you got? This was this is yesterday's prize.
This is yesterday's bet. Yeah.
Yep.
Lisa's going to bring that to the station later on today, and you'll be able to pick it up tomorrow because the office is
We're
closed
closed
today.
today, yeah.
That's for both of these prizes. Now, the Mardi Gras Queen contest in Northern Rhode Island Council of Arts is so much about public service. Shall we have our Queen contestant, Renee Shambroni, draw the one for yesterday?
Well, sure.
Yeah, just reach right in there and pull out
Yep.
any one of those little stubs. Those are stubs, Renee, from the Milk Fun calendar. And if you want, do you want Melissa to read it?
Sure. All right. Nancy Landry is the winner.
Nancy Landry or Nancy Landry?
Nancy Landry.
Nancy Landry.
Yep.
Okay, very good. We'll be calling Nancy soon.
And the next prize is a $50 Ciro's gift card, courtesy of State Rep Steve Casey,
Ooh, that's a good
who
prize.
donated this one right here.
Melissa will
Pull out a
reach
name.
in there and pull out the name for today's winner. Okay.
Okay. It's Connie B. Connie Boisvert.
Connie Boisvert, what do you know?
Yep. Congrats.
Okay, Connie, look, you're right here. This is the Ciro's and Pomodoros gift card right here in my hand. And, well, you're going to enjoy a little bit of fun at one of those places for sure.
Nice dinner. Yeah.
And I'll be calling those folks a little bit later on. Once again, federal holiday, the office is closed. Pick up your prizes starting tomorrow for 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. through Friday, 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. See the fabulous Denise at the front desk and get your prize. All right, Joe.
Shifting gears from away from the Milk Fund, now we're going to move on to Mardi Gras Queen, which is coming up fast, just in a couple of weeks. But we have one of the contestants running for Mardi Gras Queen, so that's Renee Chambroni. And welcome to Coffee Inn, by the way.
Thank you.
And nice, I'm glad you can make it through the snow to get here.
Renee's not used to this broadcasting stuff.
Yeah, I know.
So
I know.
Take it easy on her, Joe, because she's a nice lady. Like I said, I met her yesterday, first time. So impressed. We bought a ticket from her, and we really which she's going to do well. It's only 2 weeks from yesterday, as a matter of fact. It's the Queen's coronation, February 8th, right?
Yeah, that's right.
So you don't have a whole lot of time to sell your tickets, and that's the purpose of you being here, so you can tell people where you can get tickets that are going to count toward your working for the Mardi Gras Queen designation. And then you get a chance to pick your Mardi Gras King. The king of the Mardi Gras would be picked by you. Do you have somebody in mind already, Renee?
Yeah. Yes, I do.
Okay, you don't have to tell us who it is yet.
Okay.
Okay.
Is it me?
Has to
I
be
need to know ahead of time.
has to be a male. That's the one thing we don't mess around with Mardi Gras. So anyway, but anyway, yeah. So Renee, what made you decide that you wanted to run for Mardi Gras Queen contestant? Did somebody ask you to run? Or you just saw somebody and it looked fun, or what?
Well, there was a story about going to Mardi Gras last year, and I know Noel Pinson's.
Oh gosh.
And he went around saying, Renee's going to run next year. So I says, okay, I'm going to run.
Good.
So you talked you into it.
Yeah, well, when you're a longtime friend, you know.
Noel's a great cheerleader, and he's a great...
yes,
he's very
he is.
enthusiastic, and he is a former Mardi Gras king.
Yes, he is.
In fact, do I remember, he is the only person in Woonsocket who has been Woonsocket's Mardi Gras king more than once, because he was the king of the Mardi Gras in the centennial celebration before we brought the Mardi Gras back continually every year. And then he was also the king of the Mardi Gras when Helen Nichols was selecting the kings. And so he's the only guy that's done the job twice.
I believe that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he's something else, I'll tell you. So anyway, I'm glad. And now you've probably met a whole lot of different people here.
Yeah.
This is not something that comes naturally to you to go out there and stump for votes,
No,
huh?
it's not.
No, you just, I could tell just by talking to you, Renee, you're kind of a quiet person and all that, and you, but it's what you have to do in order to get it done.
Yep.
And when if you're elected queen by virtue of selling the most raffle tickets, do you have a platform? Do you have promises? Are you going to do a chicken in every pot, or are you just going to have some fun and all the rest of that?
I don't know what you're asking, but
Oh well, I'm teasing you really more than anything else, because you're running for a, well, it's not a high.
well, I know
office.
it's a good cause.
Yeah,
you know,
there
for-
you go.
it's for
Northern
the
Ireland
scholars-
Council of the Arts.
Yeah,
That's what you really
yeah.
you want to help out. Yeah.
Yeah, I worked for the school department for 27 years.
Uh huh.
So my heart's in Woonsocket.
Yeah.
I've been a native,
Sure.
you know. So and I've worked with Wally with the students. We brought them there while I was working, and I enjoyed it. I mean, he does a great job with the kids. In our classroom, you know, the class that goes and helps out.
Yeah.
And it's nice to have the businesses with these students, knowing that they're challenged.
Yeah.
You know, and it's nice that some of them can go out and work and, you know, get to know people other than the school, and, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, so, but since I've been retired for 27 years, I also do 8 Days of Hope. I don't know if you're affiliated with that, but
No, what is that?
Tell me about that.
8 Days of Hope. It's an organization that's in, I believe it's in Tubalo, and they have a whole. It's like a big community that when it's a tornado or hurricane or damaged by water or whatever, they go down and they refurbished the homes, and they help out the people that live there. And all I have to do is get there. So I did have a fundraiser like 4 years ago. But I'd like to try to get like companies to sponsor me
Yeah.
to do that, because I just have to get there. I don't know how to do this yet, but I'm working on it. You
All
know,
right.
and all they do is they feed you and they lodge you, and it's all about God. It's all about working with your hands and feet of Jesus. You know, and I just love doing it. It's like another family away from my family.
And you're
That's great.
And you're being of service to your fellow creatures and trying to make their lives better when they've had some tough
Yes,
luck.
and you know, you meet so many nice families, and you meet so many people that are grateful for all the help that they do. It's it's like another world other than Rhode Island. It's,
Right.
It's
Now, when you're going out to sell the Mardi Gras tickets, are you getting a lot of positive reception?
yeah, I guess so. I mean, I've never done this before or whatever. but-
Renee's very humble. Renee's very, very humble, but I've known Renee for
goodness.
a long time. And she's told me about her travels and how she's gone to other countries to help people. So not only was she like in
Wow.
education here, but that's what she does. And that's like her passion now is to like just go and, wherever disaster strikes, whether it's in the United States or abroad too, right?
I'd like to go abroad. Yeah.
But wherever disaster strikes, they, like she said, just pays her own way to go in and just is there for people. And I'm a little biased because she's my friend, but, but she's a really wonderful person, and I know that she's passionate about this. So
Yeah, I went away for 2 weeks. When I got home, my kid said, "Ma, a week is fine, not 2 weeks." But we'll see where that leads.
So, where can people get in touch with you to buy tickets for the Mardi Gras?
Well, I have Renee at Funya and Funya. She has tickets. Terry Lynn at the Elks, and I also do dancing on Tuesday nights at 6:30 at the Elks. John at Coffee and Cream in North Smithfield, he has tickets. Donna at Leo Savoy. Rob DeRozier at Brennan. Is it Brennan Heights? I forgot.
Yes.
yeah,
Okay,
Brennan Heights
okay.
Elementary. Yeah.
Yeah. And Judy Burke at the Voc at the high school. Brian Boulay, I mean, he's the dean at Woonsocket High School. Tracy Bellevaux.
Helps know all these people from the school department, huh?
Yeah. And then you could get them at the IWC. I go there Monday, Friday, Saturdays. I'm there early morning, but you can stop and ask the bartender. They have them there. Circle Loria, I'll be at Circle Loria Wednesday, the 21st, and I'll also be there Friday, the 23rd, and then Saturday afternoon. I'll be at Danny's Cass Ave from 8 to 11. And
Did you break out this schedule yourself? Because it's very extensive.
Or
did someone do it for you? No, Renee,
Oh, no,
you're
no,
gonna
no,
be
no.
here and here
This
and
is-
here
this-
and here
this-
and here.
This is just a thing that I just did yesterday.
Wow. Okay, good for you.
And Jessica Robinson, I always call her Jessica Frigette, but she's
that's right, that's
yeah,
right.
Yeah, and I said, oh no, I can't say that. But
Roberts,
anyway.
Roberts, yeah.
Roberts.
Yep.
She's at Globe. Yeah, so
You're going to be busy over the next couple of
yeah,
weeks.
and then I'm
And
sorry,
you can always contact me too, because I have Renee's number. So, and I'm easy to find. You can Google my cell number literally. So, you
well-
can always contact me, and I'll get in touch with Renee for you too.
Okay, and then I have Sue Bullier in Manville. She does the hairdressing at Creative Impressions, and that's on 188 Railroad Street. So they're open Tuesday mornings and all day Wednesday through Saturday. And she also has my tickets.
All right. Well, very good. Best of luck to you in this
Thank you.
this little endeavor that you've undertaken to become Mardi Gras Queen.
Thank
It'll
you.
all be over soon, right?
Yeah.
It's not an election. It's a,
Well, right.
right. But like,
But
it's
it's a
hard to
contest.
put. It's a contest, and it's hard to put yourself out there. Whether you're doing this or all of the contestants, right? It's hard to put yourself out there, like. Up for
Please
public
buy
criticism,
for me.
but also like in some ways up for public criticism and scrutiny. That's really, really hard. I know what that feels like.
Yeah.
So I would just say, I love that this year, and I know someone every year that's run, and congratulations in advance, and just thank you for stepping up to run, and it's a good thing to do for your community.
Yeah.
All right. Well, Renee, best of luck, and thanks for coming in today.
Okay. Thank you very much.
All right. We're going to take another break here on the Coffee and program. More coming up. Please stick around.
OM 1240.
Hi, Joe Callahan here. In the winter, don't get caught without Inferno Ice Melt from Belo's Flowers. Remember the snowstorm we had after Christmas? I used Inferno Ice Melt on the snow in my driveway before shoveling. What a huge help in reducing what needed to be removed. And then I used Inferno Ice Melt to clean up the rest, and I was down to bare pavement within hours. 50-pound bags of Inferno Ice Melt are available today at Belo's Flowers. Inferno Ice Melt is environmentally and pet safe. Belo's Flowers also has Cubics wood pellets for your wood stove. Inferno Ice Melt is essential for your home in the Blackstone Valley. Get your bag today at Belo's Flowers, 665 Diamond Hill Road, Woonsocket.
It's the Dollar Saver Guy with this week's ON Radio Dollar Saver Half Price Deal of the Week. Got a terrific restaurant for you. Tropical Bar Restaurant in Woonsocket. $50 certificate good at Tropical Bar Restaurant. Grab it half price, just $25. Certificates on sale this Friday morning, 10 a.m. online at onradiodollarsaver.com. That's the letters ON, radiodollarsaver.com.
Hello, this is Melissa, and here's what's happening in the Valley. Woonsocket's 2026 MLK Celebration Weekend is January 16th through the 19th. On Friday the 16th, join students, families, and community leaders for the Community Conversation, an open and honest conversation about school safety and violence prevention. On Saturday, January 16th, is the annual Reverend J.W. Hinson Scholarship Brunch at 11 a.m. at the Elks Hall on 380 Social Street in Woonsocket. A special worship service will take place Sunday, January 18th at 11 a.m. at St. James Baptist Church on South Main Street. All faiths are welcome. And on Monday, MLK Day, January 19th at 11 a.m., the annual wreath-laying ceremony will happen at the MLK Sculpture Garden on the corner of Mason Street and South Main Street, with fellowship to follow at St. James Baptist Church. For more info about any of these events, please visit Woonsocket MLK Day on Facebook or our events page at woonsocketradio.com.
Blackstone Valley's ON Radio.
It is Coffee In on ON Radio, and on Mondays we're normally joined by Leslie Page from the Woonsocket Irish Public Library, but it's a holiday today, so she's not here. She's got the day off, and the library is closed. But we do have a recorded message from Leslie, who's going to reiterate that the library is closed today for MLK Day.
Good morning. The library is closed today for Martin Luther King Day. Our regular hours are Monday, Wednesday, and Thursday from 9 a.m. to 9 p.m., Tuesday, Friday, and Saturday from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. We offer self-service photocopying and faxing, and our reference department provides notary services free of charge. This week, the Children's Department is offering Sensory Exploration Fun today at 10 a.m. and on Wednesday, January 21st, also at 10 a.m. For more information about all children's programs, please call 767-4122. This week, the Teen Department is offering a tabletop role-playing game on Tuesday, January 20th at 3 p.m. and storytelling through theater on Thursday, January 22nd at 3 p.m. For more information on all teen programs, please call 767-4132. The next Tech Tuesday will be held on Tuesday, January 27th at 1:30 p.m. Learn how to access ebooks and audiobooks on your mobile devices. Call 767-4124 to register. The next tabletop role-playing game for adults will be held on Saturday, January 24th from 1 to 3 p.m. Please call 767-4132 for more information. All of the latest information about programs, services we offer, and how to reach us can be found at our website, woonsocketlibrary.org, or on our Facebook page. If you have any questions or would like more information about anything I've mentioned today, please call us at 769-9044. And we look forward to seeing you at the library.
All right, Leslie, thank you very much. Leslie will be back with
Thanks,
us
Leslie.
next Monday in person right here on the Coffee and Program. This is Joe Callahan along with Dave Richards and
I can
Melissa
vouch for
Marino.
that. He is. He's
All
right
right.
across the table from me.
The spring semester at Brown University will actually start tomorrow. No classes today. It's a holiday. But the dorms opened up over the weekend, and there are new safety measures that have been announced by Brown University since the shooting took place. This is by the Vice President for Public Safety and former Providence Police Chief Hugh Clements. And beginning this year, there'll be an increased police presence in academic buildings and residential areas, as well as more blue light phones and panic buttons on campus. In addition, all buildings will require a card or university ID for entry, and additional security cameras will be put in place. I thought it was like that already, that you had to have a card to get into every building.
Yeah.
But I guess not. But that's the way it's going forward now at Brown University. And Melissa just brought up this story, and I had it right here. When you crash into a police cruiser, they're going to catch you.
Right.
And this is what happened to a Middletown woman. She's been charged with DUI. She crashed into a Newport police cruiser on Sunday.
And tried to flee.
Well, and took off, yeah.
But
30-year.
Well, that's a fight.
Yeah.
It's a natural reaction.
Yeah,
I gotta go. I gotta get out of here.
That is.
And when you're drunk.
Hopefully, yes. Whichever adjudication comes after, if she stands before a judge or whatever, hopefully there's somebody who understands that, whoa, when that happens, everybody's different. You really can't train yourself for what you're going to do at that point. You can try, but when it happens and you're not ready for it, you just react. You don't think of your responsibilities as a citizen. Later on, you might, in a few minutes or a few seconds or a few hours.
Plus, if you're under the influence,
right?
You're really not thinking right. 38-year-old Erin Moitoza hit the back of the officer's cruiser, so didn't hit the driver's door or anything like that, but then fled the scene. The officer activated his emergency lights and siren and stopped her around the corner. She didn't get very far. She was then taken to the hospital. She had minor injuries. The officer also suffered minor injuries. He's been treated and released. In addition to DUI, Moitoza is charged with DUI and duty to stop for a motor vehicle accident.
Yeah,
So
that's,
there you go.
that's
right
understandable.
There.
Yeah.
And the good news,
I mean, she did it, so
Yeah.
she'll get charged with it. But hopefully, when it's adjudicated, they'll understand there wasn't any intention to really get away. She did pull over for the cop after he came after her. So,
do they want me?
I've always been a big advocate of having human beings administer justice.
Well, that's mostly what we got so
That's
far.
why I'm against all those dang cameras.
Well, the good news is Girl Scout cookie season is here.
Hey!
We've
Line up for Thin Mints.
They've added new cookies.
Oh, really?
Oh no!
Oh, sorry.
I'm saying oh no because
Yeah.
I've ditched the sugar and it's been 19 days. Not
Okay.
that I'm counting, but this isn't helpful.
Well, no, it's a new cookie. So there's
a new
there's
cookie,
only one
okay, I
new.
won't
It's
know
not-
what I'm missing.
It's not a variety of new cookies this year. It's just one. It's but it's everything you want in sugar. Here we
Oh,
go.
no.
Chocolate, marshmallow, and toasted almond creme.
Oh, that sounds amazing.
Called Exploremores.
Probably on a wafer cookie.
Yeah. Toastier and s'mores were discontinued last year. I guess they didn't sell very well. Money raised goes towards leadership and entrepreneurial development program for the girls. Cookies are available at local booths and through their website through mid-March. They like to hang out in front of the Stop and Shop as well. Say,
Or
you
the
want-
CVS in
you
East
want
Woonsocket.
Yeah, is that where they go
See
to?
them over
Door to
there,
door?
yeah, right next to K's, not too far away from K's, right
Yep.
at the corner.
Yep.
Okay. So
We see them at Park Square, too, over near the dollar store.
Yep.
yeah. Okay. Well, you'll be seeing it
And
again.
D'Angelo's, that area.
Very, very soon. Let's see. What else is going on besides that the Patriots won?
Patriots won.
Yeah, the Patriots won. How about
Joe doesn't
that?
care about anything else. Whatever's going on, it doesn't matter.
I wonder if our friend Jennifer Jolliker, did she She was busy this weekend, right?
Oh, very busy. She had a national sales meeting.
Oh, okay.
And a holiday party and
It's
stuff.
too bad. She probably missed. She would have enjoyed this if she flew out to California and went to San Francisco. Thousands showed up in downtown San Francisco on Saturday to pay tribute to the late Bob Weir of the Grateful Dead. Jennifer's a big Grateful Dead fan. The co-founder and lead guitarist died last weekend at the age of 78. On Saturday, a free public memorial was held at San Francisco's Civic Center Plaza, where fans showed up from around the country and around the world to pay their respects to Bob Weir. Local luminaries were in attendance, including the mayor, Daniel Lurie, and Congresswoman Nancy Pelosi. And musicians include Joan Baez and John Mayer. I thought John Mayer was in the band with them. I could be wrong on that.
No.
Anyway, a video tribute was also shown featuring Willie Nelson and other stars saying goodbye to the rock icon.
Yeah.
So, it was nice that they showed up.
Yeah, that was nice.
So Melissa was with Jennifer on Friday night.
I was.
As they had the Mrs. Roper bingo.
I did. I didn't win anything,
Savini's.
but it was fun. I was one number away from winning the last big prize.
Oh.
One number away, and I had a difficult night. I had a little fender bender. I'm fine. It was not my fault. I got rear-ended that night, so I was having a bad night. So like everybody at the table was rooting for me, but
for some good luck to come.
For some good luck.
Did you go over to Chance for karaoke afterwards? Were
I
you
did
in
go to
that group?
Chance. I went to Chance for a little while, and then I'm like, I'm going to go night. I'm going to go to bed. I didn't stay out very late.
Back to that woman, by the way, in Newport that hit the cruiser. You know what? Glad that didn't happen. She didn't get out of her car and say, "Do you know who I am?"
Oh boy!
Which seems to be happens a lot down in Newport. She's like, you can't arrest me.
I will say the whole fight or flight thing. I did not fight anybody, by the way. But the first thing I did when I got like rear-ended was I got out of the car. Oh my gosh!
Yeah.
And I was wearing a muumuu, and I'm like in the middle of. I'm not thinking about that. I was
Mrs.
on
Roper
the way
right.
to the Roper thing. So I get out, and then the WPD shows up, and they were amazing. They were great. Like shout out to them, they were fantastic. But they showed up. I was like forgot that I was dressed up like this, and they probably thought like, who is this person?
You sure going your fault?
Muumuu in the middle of the
party
street.
Officer, going to a dress-up party.
I was not thinking of that. I was kind of shaking, so I was just
But
like.
she forgot to tell the officers that part.
I didn't. So that now, like thinking about it after, I was mortified. I was like, I didn't even explain why I was dressed. Like they probably thought I was absolutely nuts.
They probably have seen a lot worse.
I'm sure they have. But thank you to the officers that came.
At least you weren't in your fleecy, fuzzy pajamas.
Oh yeah,
with the feet in them and stuff like that. We saw that at Walmart yesterday.
Oh, it's wear your pajamas that's Walmart day every day.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, it's really just the pajamas, the warm, fleecy things.
Yeah. Mrs. Roper thing is big though. Like everyone's doing it, so it's fun. And I had the outfit already, so I was like, why not?
All right. It's funny that it's like that at Walmart. It's just funny how times have changed.
Yeah.
And so 40 years ago, 50 years ago, when I was a kid, I mean. You didn't get caught in your pajamas. Nobody saw you in pajamas except your family, and that was it.
Exactly. Well, now they dress up in pajamas to take the Polar Express train ride. I see that.
That's different.
But that's again,
different.
you're going to a costumed event.
Yeah. Not to go out and pick up bananas.
I remember when I was a young boy in the '60s. That was a little bit further ago, Dave. I remember it was time to go downtown. And he says, you got to change your pants. I couldn't have been much more than 5 or 6
downtown.
or 7 years old, maybe 7. You got to change your pants. We can't go downtown looking like that. And I had jeans on. And, of course, like any good self-respecting 6 or 7-year-old, the knees are blown out.
Yeah.
And there's holes in the knees, right? But I still wore them around and stuff like that. Oldest of 6 kids. At the time, there's probably only oldest of 4 kids, but seriously, I didn't think anything of it. He said, "Oh no," he says, "they'll arrest you for vagrancy. You walk around like that."
Now you buy them like that.
Exactly. But my grandfather was serious. He was serious. He says, you walk around like a ragamuffin, they're going to pick you up and ask you questions. The cops are going to say, "What the heck are you walking around downtown here on Main Street?" Dressed like that. Do you have any visible means of support?
Well, another way times have changed. Melissa, first time I'm flying in an airplane. My parents had taken the family to Disney World. It's 1981. My mother says, "Put on the good chinos." Why? We're flying in an airplane.
Yeah.
And
Chinos, that's such a like an 80s
I know,
term
it
too.
is. Well, those were the good pants. Those are the good pants I
yeah, no,
had.
yeah. No, I
So
know
no-
exactly what you're
comfortable
talking
too, weren't
about.
They- Actually, they were.
Yeah.
But no jeans, and it was we were going in very late June, almost July. No shorts. Oh my gosh!
Nope,
On an
nope.
airplane, absolutely not.
No, what will people think?
What will people think?
Yeah.
We're going on an airplane. You. So you wore the chinos on the way down and on the way back.
Mm-hmm.
Shorts the rest of the time while we were in Florida.
Yeah.
All right, that'll do it for the show for today. Thank you very much for listening in.
We have a
Always
program
appreciate
note,
it.
Joe.
What's the program note, Dave?
Normally, we would be hearing from our friend Kim Garno.
Blessings and good health. Yes.
Blessings and good health, and a little shot of positivity here on the radio. But Kim has expressed regrets that her plow has not arrived yet, and she's not venturing out onto the highways from where her car is parked because it's not safe to do so. So she's asked everyone to understand that she won't be with us today. We'll select some songs from the musical library in her stead, but hopefully we'll see her in a couple of weeks.
All right, very good. And thanks for coming in today, Dave.
Oh, well, listen, it's a pleasure. Immense pleasure. I can't over-describe the pleasure
Well.
I have.
And Melissa, thanks for being here as well.
Thank you for having me. I trekked 0.3 miles in the snow.
Oh, good for you.
In my car.
In your car, all right. And our thanks to Renee Shambroni,
Yes.
who joined us for Mardi Gras. She's running for Mardi Gras Queen. Best of
Lovely
luck to
lady,
her.
by the way. Lovely,
and our
lovely
thanks
lady.
to Scott Gibbs, town administrator from North Smithfield, who came in and talked about he wants North Smithfield residents to approve the bond for the
And
for the
another
police station.
program note, by the way, for people who are living in North Smithfield, if you're not on the internet and you don't, the meeting on Thursday night with the town council is very, very important. And so we've offered, the radio station's just offered, and the town administrator says, well, we're going to have to run this up the flagpole. We have to talk to the town council president, the rest, because it's their meeting, so legally you have to ask them.
Yeah.
But we will, our intention now, presuming we get permissions, to broadcast it on the radio here, live from the town council meeting on Thursday night, so everybody gets a chance to hear it and gets a chance to hear it again.
All right, Melissa?
Sorry. I just got a message from Renee who, if I could just take 30 seconds.
Renee who?
Renee Shambroni.
Oh, okay.
Renee Shambroni. She neglected to put her email and telephone number out on the air. She said it was okay for me to do that.
Cool.
So her email is rciam372@gmail.com, and her telephone number 401-450-9073. But again, contact
tickets.
me if you you need to get in touch with her. I can hook you up.
We
Thank you.
we can put that in the caption when Joe uploads today's
Yep.
Coffee and program.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Just print it right out, and so when they click on it, woodsocketradio.com to watch the show, the information is printed right there on the screen.
Sounds great.
All right. Enjoy the rest of the day. If you haven't shoveled, have fun shoveling
Good luck.
today.
Yeah, have fun.
Don't forget to shovel out your fire hydrants if you have one.
Yes.
Have a great day, everyone.
Broadcasting live and local daily from the Navigant Credit Union broadcast studio at the corner of Park Avenue and Kennedy Street. This is WOON Woonsocket Radio. And now, the news.
NBC News Radio.